Alright, so one of the cards that got changed that was most interesting to me was Prophet Lebioda. So he went from base power of 6 to 8. That's a big deal. He's actually basically impossible to remove now outside of a really tall removal card like Heatwave. So that seems pretty good, and I want to try out the Shield deck, because I actually never think we played Shield on the channel. So what we're going to do, we're going to play the Shieldwall deck, see if we can't do something with it. So the idea here is we're going to get a bunch of shields and get value from them via engines, and then at the end of the game we're going to play King Roegner, and we will take advantage of all those shields. So we have the engineering solution go along with this. Amphibious Assault below any unit other than our Prince Anseis. Pretty nice to have that. Obviously we're going to be playing it. Heatwave, just because there's stuff you can't answer without it. Specifically things like Defender Caltullus, which you ran into a few times already today, are kind of a problem. And with Heatwave we actually answer that, hopefully. We have Prince Anseis. If you're playing Shieldwall, you're playing Anseis, right? He's going to have your formation, duel with the 6 shield. You can kill basically anything in the game with that. And then you have Damir of Troy, Defender, really helpful. We're running Seltkirk just because I wanted to. Now, if you're looking at the cards here, Seltkirk we don't have a way to give Zeal to, but with Shield, I think he'll live. The only thing we have to watch out for are those pesky buffed Drowners, I think. Movement's not common at all, so outside maybe the new Drowner buff, I don't think we'll actually be worried about that. It's usually damage against Seltkirk. They might tall removal him with their own Heatwave or something, that's not that bad for us. As we have plenty of ways to put a shield on him without using a leader charge, and it should be pretty good value. You could also here, well, I'll explain what I did in a little bit. Running Rafard's Vengeance because the card's absolutely crazy, and it's really good, so we're running it. We have enough soldiers to trigger the crew effect pretty reliably. We have Keldar, he spawns your Witcher students. The reason here we have him is Griffin Witcher Adept has shield, you make a bunch of them, and that helps out King Roegner. It's pretty good. And it's also just a pretty solid card. You can run Geralt Quen. Geralt Quen's certainly an option. I cut him for Heatwave, just because I felt we needed the removal. You could run Geralt instead here. It helps you find your Keldar, it helps you find your Griffin Witchers if you need them. I think we'll be fine with just Amphibious Assault. We'll find out though. So we have that big change here, Prophet Lebioda. At 8, I don't think he's going to get removed, and if he gets shield to every unit, that helps the deck so much. So hopefully that makes the deck at least somewhat viable. And Roegner, you're going to use him as your last play, and he's going to remove all the shields, buff himself by 3. Even at just 3 shields, he lands for 13, which is pretty big, but you want to get more than that, and you should be pretty well able to. Natalius to play a Warfare with Amphibious Assault. We have Target Practice to make us more students, and I threw in a Boiling Oil, because I felt we didn't have enough control. What I did do, I'll mention it now here, is I mentioned we changed out Seltkirk for something. I was going to try out basically any 8 provision card. I wanted to try out the Resilience guy, because he has shield, Vandergrift, but figured it probably was a little risky with the amount of Purifies going around, so we skipped over that. And instead I cut, we were going to try him and the lovely Trial of the Grasses. Reason why is we actually have Witchers. If we don't have Witchers, we can have a shield on something, so the damage doesn't do anything. And it's 6 damage removal. It's a pretty interesting idea, but I opted for the Seltkirk and the Boiling Oil instead. And then we have Immortals, one of our big engine cards. When loses shield boost by 2, and then return against the shield back. You've got your Wildhelm here. He shields himself every turn, and he's just a 2-point engine until he gets removed. He'll probably be removed, but until then, he puts a lot of points out. Sorceress is our big engine to remove shields. You have 2 ways to remove shields. You have Sorceress, which we don't want to die, but she has Zeal, so she'll land as probably a 7. And then you have your King Roegner. So you really want to have one of them in your hand, preferably Sorceress early on. Immortal Cavalry spawns a unit to its base copy of his row, has shield. That's pretty helpful. We have the target practices and the Cavalry. Again, when this loses shield boost self by 2, remember you don't need to use Sorceress to get shield value. If the opponent hits the shield, you're getting value too. Do anything with random damage. Kind of plays into this Madoc stuff. You'll probably get hit by Moon Dust against Madoc, but you can at least survive the Cataclysm pretty well. Artificer gives us a shield, and the Adept, Griffin Witcher Adept, makes us things with shield. The only thing that might be a little rough here is we have only 3 cards really take advantage of the shields. So Sorceress and the King Roegner, so you're going to want to have those. You could run a Queen Adelia to make an extra Sorceress. Wouldn't be too bad of an idea. or a different card because it gives it shield whenever you make. But I think I want Heatwave instead. You could try it out though. I wouldn't be opposed at all to doing that. So this is the deck. Hopefully we have some fun with it. I haven't actually played Shields in a long time. Hopefully Prophet Lebioda's buff will help out quite a bit. But let's go see. Here we go. Basically you just don't really want to face movement, and we don't want to face... That's pretty much it. This is good. We should be okay. He'll remove our shields with these pings, but our shields get value. The issue is here, this is one of the strongest decks in the game. I got a 1-point nerf in the past patch from Fuchsia going from 5 to 4. So this is still going to be a very strong deck. And that could be a problem. He's going to probably have Madoc bombs, like a 90%. So Moondust is going to be coming in here. We could... I'm not actually sure the interaction between Kedwani Cavalry and Moondust. Might find that out here. Put boiling oil back and put this back. So my question here is, do we remove the shield and then this gets +2 and then the 4 damage comes in? My guess is no, it probably fully resolves the Moondust first and this dies, but kind of curious. Kind of curious. We're seeing a few cards here. Oh, Pirates! See, this is a cool guy. You just kind of tell. I'm playing Pirates. I feel a little bad, honestly, because he will get kind of destroyed, but that's okay. It's okay. We'll show off the deck here. Cavalry. He's not to ping this so he doesn't take a bunch of damage when he plays his ships. You can also just play the ships not next to Croc, but then what's the point of playing the pirate deck? I've seen a couple lippy Croc decks actually. Get some good value there. +2. Block the damage, 7 for 4 already. Perfect.
You've nowhere to run, but I dare you to try.
That's not bad play by him. Kind of saw that one coming. We'll go for another Kedwani Cavalry here. This is actually one of the decks that can kind of kill Prophet Lebioda. So I don't think I want to hold off on him. He went first, so it's kind of on him to decide what he wants to do here. The more we keep playing shields, I can need this shield card to live, so we can start applying shields to it. We can also have the Immortals as an option. We'll see though. I've seen a couple lippy Croc decks. I think I said that earlier. Was you put Croc back? Okay, sure, do that. Getting really good value off of these.
Need all the pitch we can bring for this one.
Let's see here. He's up by 17. Do we want to keep going? Like, obviously at this point we could have unsaced this, but this round's not really that important. The thing is, we're missing a lot of our key stuff, right? We don't have a Sorceress, which is kind of a problem. So I didn't really want to push too hard. Obviously, we could have just started and offensively just gone Anseis Shieldwall, but I don't think I want to. I still want Anseis for later. Go play a Centurion Artificer. Here's our last card.
Behold it, admire.
He's going to kill this, which is fine. Then we'll pass. We've maintained a lot of our good cards and gotten good value from our bronzes. He's down 1 leader charge. If he doesn't kill this, honestly, we might continue. But he's going to kill it, so that's kind of irrelevant to say that. Just the Delirium. And here we'll pass. The other thing is I've seen so many lippy Croc decks, which I guess he might not be, is I want the Anseis for the second one, when the round's more dangerous. Griffin Witcher Adepts, really strong. We have this into the Make a Student card. This gives us something good too. I don't need Artificer here. This is looking like a good hand. We can get out whichever of these three we think we need with our, what's it called? Previous Assault this round. We'll probably try and push a little bit, I imagine. Oh, there's Herald. This usually means they're playing Offering. Offering's really good versus us, so that's annoying. If he's playing this, we have a choice. We can either go Immortals and set that engine up. We can go Donmir. We don't have Donmir for later on. Or we can just try and set up a Griffin Witcher Adept and then go into off of Natalius on the target practice. Let's go with the Griffin Witcher Adept.
Time is the easy bit. Getting down's another matter.
This will be our best engine value. Well, one of our best engine values. We will probably want to play King Roegner this round since we don't have a Sorceress. We'll use the Sorceresses later on. So I want to get as many as possible with shield, just to also dodge the reckless flurries and losing all of our shields to Herald's pals. There's a dagger. We can Heatwave dagger, we can Anseis dagger. Whichever one we want to go for. The question is, he's going to fuchsia one of these two. And the question is, which one do I want him to fuchsia less? I think we Heatwave this. She's gonna fuchsia the crack. Used to be Lippy crack, and then you fuchsia'd him. Well, I'm not sure I've seen so many people playing Lippy crack again. It's kind of strange. There's the fuchsia we talked about, and there's the croc we talked about. Exactly as we anticipated. Whatever we play is going to die unless we Donmir of Troy first. He's coming in pretty hard here. So we can Donmir, or we can just go for the Anseis and remove this threat. That's probably the best play. So we'll do that.
I demand satisfaction! Now!
Oh, we don't take damage from everything. We might play Donmir still. I'd rather probably... He's gonna kill it. No Varaxis for us. It's gonna be pretty hard. So we don't want to use Vengeance this round because we don't actually have a bronze card. Could go Donmir into Boiling Oil and remove Herald. Then we give him a low value target. I like that choice.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
He's playing a pretty removal heavy deck, and as long as we give him poor targets for that removal, it might be pretty hard for him. This is one of the only ways to neutralize the board threat a little bit. I don't think he has any, like, any big plays that don't take damage. His stuff's gonna have armor, sure, but Rafard's Vengeance is kind of not great right now. And this way we can close the points in here. The point gap in here without too much trouble. It's fine. Question is, do we Donmir or do we go for Immortals? I think we lose Immortals if we play it. But it also requires his last leader charge. That's not bad at all. I want to go for the Immortals, I think. It's a little risky to not play Donmir first. But honestly, I'm going to save Donmir for round 3. So I want to try to go with the maybe Prophet Lebioda as a play here we can do. I think we might just also pull out our... We don't have Griffin Witcher Adepts, so we just pull Wildhelm out with our Amphibious Assault and get both of these guys ticking. Although probably the best choice here is going to be the Sorceress. We'll go for the Sorceress. We'll go for the Sorceress if this lives, but I'm just assuming it's going to die. Hopefully it uses his last charge or a tall removal and we can play Dawnmere pretty safely. So I kind of want Dawnmere of Hard's Vengeance round 3. With a bronze. I'd be asking a little much. Most of these cards that already have shield, Lebioda doesn't get much value from. I kind of want him to panic remove it. Okay, so we'll go Sorceress. Question then, if we're going Sorceress, do we go Dawnmere first? I don't think so.
As you wish.
It's gonna be 4 points a turn until he does something about it. And just like that, we're up on points, which is kind of a big deal. He has to answer one of these two. Thing is, it'd be hard for him to do, because I'm pretty sure he has a Junod here as one of his removal cards. And Reckless Flurry doesn't help him out with that very much. This combo is 4 points a turn, and it's really... Actually, if you get this going, it's one of the stronger 2-card combos in the game, but I'm just guessing he has a way to deal with it. The thing is, if he doesn't, we've removed Dagger, we've removed both Crocs. He has 3 things in his hand with, well, 2 more things as he played this. But I think he only used 2 round 1. Yeah, so he's got 3 things with armor in his hand. That's fine. We'll get those points back. And then, honestly, do we just drop Dawnmere? Has he played Giga Scorpion Decoction? He has. And Delirium. These are pretty safe for most damage here. I'm guessing he's committing pretty hard, honestly. Do we scare him with Prophet Lebioda? I think we played Lebioda. I think it'll be less valuable round 3. We can get the shields with Dawnmere and leader charges, and this is the card that puts us ahead of him. Points here. And it should scare him. And then we can just put Rafard's Vengeance in between, and that should definitely get him out. Although, we can't use its ability. A little unfortunate for us. He's lost Morkvarg, which also means our King Roegner is pretty safe now. I'm kind of confused what he'd want to play later than Morkvarg. Maybe he is running a Heatwave too. Go up a card. I think these are units. But I want to draw some bronzes so we can go Rafard. Well, 1 bronze, we can Rafard's Vengeance it. Preferably Sorceress. This is pretty good too, honestly. We will invocate. Well, not invocate. I like playing invocation. We'll go for our Keldar with the Griffin Witcher Adept. The open Dawnmere. We can go Vengeance. That looks pretty good. We want to do all this melee so we can protect Seltkirk. So we'll throw Dawnmere melee. Nice thing here is if he goes for the Reckless Flurry for a Junod, we actually block all 3. Well, this ignores armor, right? Yeah, so he can still do that. There's a Purify. Just have random damage. We're gonna pull up Keldar where we drill in 4. Maybe we just go Rafard's Vengeance with a shield.
Momentum, a function of mass and velocity.
Keep it alive pretty well. We're not gonna get too many Witchers off Griffin Witcher Adept. Honestly, Wildhelm might be better. We'll see. Okay, there's 3 random damage. Junod, maybe? So we can go... I want to click this, play Griffin Witcher, and then pull out our Keldar here. That's our best choice. We'll play Seltkirk second to last. He'll probably get answered. We'll put a shield on him anyway. King Roegner might not get much value. Which means we could do his assault for an Immortal Cavalry or something. Depends what this card is. Marindrum, that's fine. He still says Bear Witchers and Geralt can play, probably. Although, he might not be running it if he's doing the Croc stuff. We'll see. We'll see what we draw here, too. So let's go Rafard's Vengeance. We'll play this.
Hey, I can see Kaer Seren from here.
Interesting. I think our best choice is to Amphibious Assault for the Keldar.
Go on, season yourself with garlic, see what that gets you.
Question is, do we shield this or Seltkirk? But we don't have to pick because we can Artificer the Seltkirk. Although, he doesn't have any damage left. There's no reason to do this if he has no damage. The only thing he'd have is a... I don't think he's running Stunning Blow, so it's going to be Gutting Slash. We only have 1 damage thing. Here's removing the shield. Not unexpected. Okay, that's a bit annoying. But it's not a big deal. We'll still be fine. Artificer here.
The good of magic. That is what I serve first.
Getting a lot of value from Keldar. Yeah, at 4, I felt this was pretty safe. Or at 5, I felt this was pretty safe. 4 damage was kind of what I was nervous about. But Grandma's here doing a lot of work for him. Quite a bit. I wish he played a little faster, but we're not playing too quickly either. It's not a big deal. Let's see, Roegner not gonna show off his value this game. Other than Marindrum. This Purify is really annoying. Grimace doing so much work. Do we even play a shield? I don't think we even bother protecting this. Without movement, it'll still be fine if you can boost it and shield it. Should do plenty of damage enough. He doesn't have 5 damage, obviously killed Keldar. Unless this is a Heatwave, which would be... We're still fine if it is.
The goddess protect you from all
Sure.
evil.
This isn't going to do much. There's no dagger, and there's no croc. So... that'll be GG. Just boost this. Kill something. I want to click these so I can finally finish this Mantlet achievement on the thing, whatever. So we're gonna click them. Normally I just pass if we're already ahead, but I haven't actually put 1,000 shields out now, so I'd like to get a couple more. GG. Sorry about that, dude. It's like 5 extra seconds. Honestly, that last guy had a ton of good answers to our stuff, but in the end, we had good answers to his stuff too, and we got a card advantage, which we exploited.
Anything
Okay.
in particular interest you?
If this is traps, then again though, like, shield's really good against anything that does random damage, or row damage, or something like that. We're going first. If he's traps, I want both of these cavalries, I think. We have Keldar, he won't get going early. This gives us shield, we can remove shields with her. Probably want to keep the boiling oil. Probably not this though, or this. Probably don't need 2 of this. It's So what questions here? Do we just open? We don't want to open with something big because he can flip a serpent trap on us. So we don't want to just like open Wildhelm. I think we just set up a Cintron Artificer.
Let's make something beautiful together.
Something simple. He has Rebuke, he's Rebuke.
Have you seen a
Fire
few
Technician,
swipe ahead?
so that's nice for us. What do we want to shield? Could go Wildhelm and then put the solution on our Artificer. We still lose Wildhelm to a Serpent Trap if he's playing traps though. I'll just go Kedwenny Cavalry, take a 50-50. Let's go in Cavalry and then Engineering Solution, might not be bad. Let's go for that. Just completely nullify this card. Just like completely nullify this Pyrotechnician if he clicks it. If he plays a Serpent Trap now, I might get this guy, but that's not too bad either. Surprised he did that, it was literally a -4. And okay, I give it to him. We can't shield now. I'll give it to you. I can't shield him. Cool. But now I know you can't flip Serpent Trap on me now, so we'll just go Wildhelm and... Do we Wildhelm? I don't want to overcommit. Maybe we just go for this other Kedwenny Cavalry. I think I want to open with it next round. No, because open Lebioda. We're going first. So we're going to try to win this round. I think it's traps and you force them out round 2. Let's open this Cavalry. Or not open, just play this one too. We can go Sorceress. That's also, we'll remove that. Sorceress will get him out of the round. So let's go for it.
End this battle already. I've more important things to do.
Destroy it, give him a new one. You should be out of this round now. And then I think we push round 2 just in case it's traps. We can open. We have Wildhelm Immortals, so as long as we get access through either John or Amphibious Assault or just drawing the other Sorceress, we'll be fine. We got her. We open Lebioda here. I don't think we need this oil versus his deck. I don't think we want that either. I want to open with something that he thinks is a risk. What do I want to shield with Lebioda? I want to shield Keldar, Anseis, Rafard's Vengeance. We haven't established if his traps or not yet. So I think we'll open with this Griffin Witcher Adepts. It's not going to slow us down at all. And we're going to plan to push pretty far into this round. As soon as he plays a trap, that's basically our plan. Anything with shield kind of negates the incinerating trap, so this should be a really good matchup overall. Crushing trap 2 against negated by shield, just King Roegner is not going to be great. See, there's the first trap. This is kind of what we figured. Let's see. We actually have really good cards for this matchup. I think we go Lebioda. He's going to have to kill this with his Serpent. He'll just play Serpent Trap and flip it on us. That's kind of what he has to do here. This will be the Serpent Trap.
In your dream.
It's fine though. We just want the traps gone, and then we can finish with a powerful short round with Anseis and maybe something else. Now that this is gone though, we can throw it on our Wildhelm, and that should kind of just go. Most people don't run Yorvith anymore, so he's not going to get another Serpent Trap unless he gets it off of... And he'll do that. What's it called? MTR? The guy who makes one. He might make one. Yeah, I think we just go Immortals too. Or if we go Vengeance. If we go Vengeance, we might... We only have the Sorceress, but I want to play Sorceress soon. I think we go Vengeance quickly here.
I'll give them 2 days before they
Protect it. Should be a difficult card for him to get rid of. If he had second Serpent Trap, a way to make it, he would have just used it on Wildhelm. Now we get Sorceress out and start Sorceressing Wildhelm. Well, not Sorceressing him, but like other cards that have shield. Mostly this Immortals. Alright, we took 2 damage on that shield. That's not bad.
To the sea!
So we will play Rifard's Vengeance here. Then we're going to play Immortals. I'll play this. Well, you know, not a bad card to get. Sorceress. I'm not sure I took so long to do that. We now have Immortals here.
All as one!
And let's get this combo going. Do we re-shield our Wildhelm is our question. I want a shield for these two, so probably not. Even though it looks nice. Wildhelm's worth 8 and blocked 2 damage. You got 10 points of value, that's pretty good. Keldar I want to play soon as well. It's like Boiling Oil would have been good to hit this with, but it's fine. I just want the traps to be gone so we can't get Elbane for Missile combo. That's pretty good value, blocking all that. Actually, really good value. I want another shield though, because otherwise Sorceress is gonna die. Actually, even if we have another shield, she still might die. But we'll Keldar, because that might be a bigger threat to him.
Come on now. One of you must know the answer, surely.
The windmiller hit you hard.
Let's make Incinerating Trap to kill her. That's fine. We're just kind of bleeding him here at this point. Just kill off something.
I'm much better at that.
By the way, he has resupply in case you didn't know that. He actually got an extra student from us playing that. Another trap. I think we've gotten enough traps that the Eldane's not a big threat. So we have 2 shields and we have 2 guys here. He's played Serpent, he's played Pitfall. He might have Etripanir, whatever his name is. Etripanir is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. What am I talking about? I think we're good here. This trap's gonna trigger, but whatever.
Why don't train on the cone?
It's a crushing trap. We survived the trap round, which is what we wanted to force out. Then we have Anseis is a big play. We should have to dodge. I still don't know what I have to dodge. Our biggest threat will be an Incinerating Trap on one of these two. Have to watch out for that. Griffin Witcher Adepts actually a pretty solid choice here. So is Immortal Cavalry. You could Heatwave an artifact or something, but it's not going to have great value. He's not going to go tall. We could Heatwave an artifact or something, but honestly, Eldane's not going to do much. He's played Scenario. You could put it back. Well, we didn't get anything better, but it's fine. We just go Immortal Cavalry so this doesn't do anything to us. Or we can go for... I think we go Immortal Cavalry off of this. Or we go Dawnmere of Troy. Dawnmere is answered by Tall Removal. We also lose the shield. But traps can't fit very many cards. If you have Avalax Sage and you've played Scenario, you've played Vernier, so you can't fit many high provision cards on here. So Heatwave is probably not a card he's running. Let's go for Dawnmere. If he gets Serpent Trap, if he creates a Serpent Trap, he creates a Serpent Trap. gonna be Incinerating Trap to try and get us with these. Because that's the only trap he hasn't played. If it's Crushing, he won't play it yet. So we want to take that damage on the shield of this guy. Just like that. He still has Eldane. Still second Crushing Trap. I'm guessing he cut the creative trap here. Okay, that kind of doesn't do much. The armor blocks 2 damage, and then we have the 2 shield charges here. I'm guessing we get Seltkirk removed. I'll play Seltkirk anyway. Put a charge on him. We're up by quite a bit, and one of these cards is Eldane, so that's not great for him. Good thing if he's already played this, so it's not like he's gonna CR us. And I think we got this, so we'll just Seltkirk this away. Play our Anseis. Give that a charge. Remove this thing. And this last card's Eldane, so I think we got him. GG. That's how you play against traps. You want to win round 1 and force the traps out round 2, so you have to deal with the big trap round of Eldane Vernucel in the round you have to win. And honestly, Shield really good versus traps. Alright, let's find another one. We've had a... Well, last matchup was really good, but his deck was pretty solid. Again though, look at all these decks. So much damage going on right now that Shield really solid until all these damage decks go away. It's kind of why I wanted to play it in addition to the change to Prophet Lebioda. There are just so many damage decks running around, and this does really well versus them. Lebioda doesn't shield too many of our cards, by the way, but it's certainly helpful. Another thing to Boiling Oil here is going to be the Taskmaster, not the Taskmaster, the crew guy. But anything with shield's really valuable here. That being said, I think I do want to redraw this card. Yeah, Immortals is kind of the thing I'm looking for here. The question is if he's running Pure Frost, or is he going to run... I mean, if I was holding Anseis, that thing would be dead right now. He'd push for a win uneven. But I'm not, so we're not going to do that. Let's see, what do we want to go for? What I'd like to do is get Lebioda out. Maybe not. We have a Sorceress. We need her to hit stuff. So I kind of want her to have shield. Really the best thing would probably be Griffin Witcher Adept into this. Again, our Griffin Witcher Adept, we have 2 shield guys. Get some value. Or we can go Kedwini Cavalry. This guy's going to be pretty sad when he sees our deck, because shield's going to get an incredible amount of value. I think I want to save this, so we can boost a shielded thing above the top card so it gets hit by Frost. So I think we'll just open with the Kedwini Cavalry. There's really no downside to this. Now he's going to be pretty sad seeing what we're playing. Doesn't mean he's lost the game. Frost is actually a pretty strong deck, especially for a 2-0. We have Griffin Witcher. I think I want to save Immortals in case he goes for a 2-0 here. And then we have our... I think this Assault is something we could play, though. Just thinking about what we'd want. I could go Rafard's Vengeance. If we get to 7, we'll go for Rafard's Vengeance off Amphibious Assault. For now, though, Griffin Witcher Adepts probably where we're going.
Time is the easy bit. Getting down's another matter.
Then we can boost it up with the target practice if he puts more Frost on its row. Make another one.
Are you
Yeah, he's gonna put our Frost out here. So we'll just get another one. Target practice him. Transform. This way we make sure he takes the next damage of Frost. He's still going to have a really strong round because we can't remove this Ancient Foglet. Unless we get Seltkirk, but Seltkirk's never going off here without the defender because he has Wildhelm Bruisers. What do we want to play? Honestly, we could go Immortals. I said we go Rafard's Vengeance here, though. If we were still in it. I think that's still the play. I like that. We'll go here. Rafard's Vengeance.
Momentum.
And we'll shield it. Because these decks are really strong and they push you in the 2-0 attempt. We're going to get moved here. That's what they're really strong at. So we kind of want to win this round, or at least get rid of all the leader chargers and stuff. He still has Ardgaith as an option, which I'll probably throw down now that we're in 2 different rows. Just like that. We got rid of a bunch of his tempo plays. The thing is, with Immortals, we could still kind of go for this, I think. Maybe. Probably not, though. Basically exchanged Rafard's Vengeance for quite a bit. This is a really strong card we lost here. But I like having him without the tempo plays, right? He's used a leader charge to deal with it. He used leader charge and got out this to deal with it, basically. That being said, he used a bunch of bronzes, because that's kind of what Wild Hunt does. Seltkirk's kind of a liability. Just gonna get moved. Blending Oil. It's not bad, honestly. But I think I want... Citrian Artificer is probably better. Give her Move Shield. Prophet's gonna do some work for sure. If we need Boiling Oil, we can always go for Natalius. Well, Cavalry is actually pretty good here, too. I think this hand's good. Although, I would really like to draw again and try and get Anseis. Oh, nice. Perfect. My guess is he's going to try and open strong here.
Naivety's a fool's blessing.
Yeah, just like this. We'll see what he picks. Old Spear Tip. My buddy. So, Emerlist Wrath's probably going to happen here. Which means I want Amphibious Assault out. Dawnmere of Troy. He's going for it here. Let's pull out Dawnmere. The reason we're doing this is I really want Prophet Lebioda value this round, since he's going to go for it. This is the only way to protect it from an Emerlist Wrath coming up. Aridin. We'll block that. Prophet Lebioda will take a bit of damage here, but it should be fine. He does have bruisers and stuff, so we're getting moved. Like I said, Emerlist Wrath coming out. We could remove the old Spear Tip with an Anseis. That plays for 6, and that plays for 18. It's pretty good. We Immortals once he frosts us. That's probably the best value we're ever going to get from Anseis, honestly. We get the free shield here, but we do need the boost. So we're going to have to do this anyway. Otherwise Anseis dies. I want the full value, because it puts us ahead. Then when he frosts us, he has an Ardgaith left, he has to play that at some point. Just like that. Then we can play Immortals, and Immortal will take the damage. He's going to Bruiser this, but then the shield will block some, and it'll come back next turn, so it's not the end of the world. probably what's going to happen. He's going to play Devotion, most likely. Well, we know he's playing Devotion, so there's nothing he can do about this. Let's see. We have a Witcher and Keldar. So, question is, we want to go for Keldar here? I think we do. It's going to get too much value. Too much value.
The windmill hit you.
Got the shield back. 50% chance it doesn't hit him. Honestly, we should have put, I meant to put him next to Lebioda. He's busy talking. That's going to be the spear tip consumed. So we'll go with this here. This turn we don't have to worry about any frost. We'll get this 4 points. And then he'll spawn a guy. Still ahead.
I'm much better at that.
That'll be the end of this.
Gotta be quick. Gotta dodge. Gotta have the...
Now he's already Oswald, he's already Old Spear Tip, he's already Eredin, he still's Oberon Conqueror, he's Ardgaith twice, so Oberon Conqueror is really the threat here. But if we can just get a second, I think we just go for spam shields and then King Roegner, so I don't even think we want this, or this. I mean, I'm not gonna not open Wildhelm if it's in my hand.
Death to the invaders!
Then we have Into Boiling Oil or Target Practice, whichever one we need, with our John Natalius. There he is, Emerlith. He's already Emerlith's Wrath. He's probably running Parasite. I think we just Heatwave that. Do I have to do it now, though? Is there a benefit to doing it now? Not really. There's also no downside. I'm just going to play Immortal Cavalry. We can Heatwave that whenever we want, and there's a tiny chance he makes a taller Foglet or something. If he still had Emerlith's Wrath, I'd Heatwave that right away.
Where the horses is too hot, the camel cares not.
Looks like we might get the King Roegner off here at least. Mamuna, sure. It's the Griffin. Still a lot of points, not gonna lie. A lot of points.
Dark clouds gather over Temeria.
We'll wheel this. We'll shield here. So we'll Heatwave next turn, then King Roegner finisher.
We shall conquer this world as we've conquered countless others.
King Roegner has a ton of points. He might have a Purify, he might have a Heatwave of his own, but Roegner should be enough to carry us. Because he can't click the order, because everything has shield. I mean, he can. And do that, but... King Roegner for the... Yeah, he's not gonna let us play it. GG. Come on, man, I want to play it. It's what, 19? It's pretty good. So what do I think about the deck? What would I change? Honestly, we really showed the power of this deck in its matchups here. We played, what, Traps, which was a really good matchup, because we took a lot of damage on our units. Well, on our shields. We played Frost, another one where we can take damage on shields. And then we played into the... What was that last one? A Reckless Flurry deck? Less value there. But the thing is that even if they're not giving us value by removing our shields, we get value by removing our own shields. So, for example, that last game, or the game before, if he wasn't removing our shields, I would have done it with Sorceress and King Roegner, and we would have gotten the value anyway. So the deck's really strong. A lot of it comes down to the Sorceress and Roegner. If you don't have them, you really need to stop damage with the shields. But in my games, at least, there's a lot of damage, so it's actually worked out quite well. We've also played a few other Death Wish decks. Some Rot Fiend damage got blocked. That was pretty good. And yeah, it seems like it's working out quite well. Now, specific card changes. Obviously here, Seltkirk didn't do a lot. I also didn't draw him a lot. So, take that as you will. Seltkirk here is interesting. It's interesting. Seltkirk going loyal could easily be any 8 or anything less than 8. Like you could put a what's her name in here? Could put in Anna Strengir. She could be in here as well. You can put one of your leader charges on her. The thing with the leader charges is you don't need specific target. Normally playing Shieldwall, right? Like old Shieldwall, you'd need 3 targets. You need an Anseis. If you're running Seltkirk, you'd put it on Seltkirk. I need a 3rd target you want to put the leader charge on. In this case would be Anna. But you don't have to do that here, because you can use them for value with Sorceress and King Roegner in those other cases. So I think what I would like is I think I want to take out Seltkirk for most likely Geralt Quen, although Queen Adelia giving us another Sorceress, if it dies, is pretty good. We gotta remember, Sorceress, it lands, uses its ability, and it's a 7, so you don't really need another one most of the time. They're not going to kill it. Most likely you're going to banish the Immortals, or whatever you're clicking it on, the removal card. But you could do that, so that's an option. I think I want to put in Geralt Quen, and then cut a provision, probably Boiling Oil, although it feels bad not to have it. There's some other 4 provision options we can go for, anything generic ones. But yeah, the deck seems good. That's Seltkirk as an option. Talks about him. Heatwave you could swap out. I want the control. I think most people want some control. And I just kind of feel we don't have enough control otherwise. We don't have the Heatwave. And there's some stuff that just automatically beats us. So I think what I want to do is go Boiling Oil to Peller. Go Seltkirk to Geralt Quen. And I think that should be pretty good. We're not too scared of damage. Some stuff could get us, but just anything with random damage. So Madoc's everywhere, at least in my games, and then running into a bunch of random damage everywhere else, and this does pretty well against that. So yeah, and if they don't interfere with you, stuff like Immortals, Sorceress is 4 points a turn. That's kind of hard to beat. And then you also have Wildhelm at 2 a turn, and you have actually quite good engines. And then you have the removal from, right now in this version, Seltkirk and Anseis. It's pretty good. So I think I like the deck. It's actually pretty fun. Finally completed the Melee achievement for 8,000 shields. It's kind of hard to do that without running something like this. But yeah, this deck's pretty fun. I liked it. Those are the changes I think I'd make. And hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you next time.